have put weapons in space targeting these extraterrestrial vehicles. This we can prove. I mean, I can say this with authority because I'm the only person living who can go on camera and say, I have personally briefed a sitting CIA director who was denied access, a sitting J2, head of intelligence joint staff, the guy who was the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, the largest intelligence gathering entity in the Pentagon, was personally denied access to these things. General Patrick Hughes. I was the guy who briefed him on all this. So when you put that together, what you realize is that this is run amok. This is secrecy run amok, which is Eisenhower's warning to us. I mean, he was right. The old man was right. Now the question is, why are we doing this? Because there's a group of folks who would like to precipitate an interplanetary crisis so that they could amass more power in the world and have the whole world fund this sort of militaristic approach. And in fact, Douglas MacArthur, it's in the congressional record, said in his last address to the nation when he was in the well of the Congress, and he said World War III will be interplanetary. A lot of the mythology and the superstition and the stuff that's evolved in this subject has been embedded disinformation designed to create the specter of one or more species that are a threat. And that then justifies the secrecy, it justifies the weaponization of space. You can't ignore the fact that we're not alone in the universe, and who's taking care of that relationship? The State Department? No. The scientists that are on my team, and many of them, are people who have actually built the reproduction vehicles that run on so-called anti-gravity and electromagnetic free energy. A really important episode, or several episodes of this, has got to be uncovering the counterintelligence operations that hoax ET events, that engage in abductions and things like this. They're totally paramilitary operations designed for their psychological warfare value. I'm quoting from a CIA document. There is absolutely no threat in outer space. If it was a threat, I mean, imagine this. You have the ability to travel through interstellar distances with technologies faster than the speed of light. If they were hostile, do you think we'd still be breathing the free air of Earth here? No. The bottom line is that all of this alien invasion stuff is part of a psychological conditioning propaganda experiment. Because if you create enough fear and enough prejudice against a group, in this case, aliens, in the future, people accept the costs of war. It's time for this information to be disclosed and for a new civilization on Earth to be established. That's what this is about. A sustainable civilization, an abundant civilization, and a civilization that can travel among the stars peacefully. It's happening now.
Yeah, that's what we love about it.
Okay?
Right.
And this is an unfolding adventure.
If for some reason you weren't going to be here tomorrow and you wanted to leave a message to your children or to your grandchildren, what would that be? What is your life's lesson?
Well, the message I would leave to my children and grandchildren is this, that no matter how difficult the near term is, the horizon that we see that's approaching very quickly is one of unspeakably wonderful beauty. A civilization on this planet that's going to be living in abundance and universal peace, and that will go in this state of enlightenment amongst the stars. That's the destiny of the human race, and it's something that we have wanted and known in our inner soul for millennia. And now the time for that has arrived. And not to despair in the dark days that we are in right now as we go through this bumpy transition from the old world to the new. Because the new world is emerging around us, and its fulfillment and this time is assured. It's not whether it's going to happen, it's only when. And the when is very soon.
Are you afraid for your life?
I've never been afraid.
Are you ready for your mom?
Yeah, sure. I'm done with the salad. Thank you.
You're right, Bess.
You've never been afraid?
Not because I don't think there's a risk. It's because I'm not the kind of person who is afraid. You know, look, I'm an emergency doctor that's taking care of 16-year-old kids who have been killed because someone patted their girlfriend's fanny on the ass. You know, I've seen such carnage over ephemera, just dumb stuff, that if you're not willing to put your neck out for something this important, universal peace, interplanetary relations, a new civilization that has no pollution, free energy, abundance for elimination of poverty in the world, if you're not willing to take a risk for that, you don't have a soul. I mean, you're not worthy of breathing the free air of Earth. And that's what this is about. It's changing. So, you know, Mr. Obama wanted change. I got change for you. Some real change. So fasten your seatbelts, because this is the biggest transformation in the history of the human race about to happen.
Thank you. That was great. I love when you get fired.
Yeah. It's the Scottish in me.